Lost more than 12 guys at one fire.
He said that could have happened. The New Haven Fire Union slamming top department brass tonight over how they handled that big Delaney's pub fire. They say firefighters were put in unnecessary danger, and tonight they want city officials to take action. Hi, everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Darren Kramer.
I'm Erin Logan, and for Ann Craig, 5 firefighters were hurt in the fire that destroyed Delaney's pub last month, but the head of the union says the situation could have ended up a whole lot worse.
He and other firefighters sent a letter to the fire chief saying lives were unnecessarily put at risk that night, and now the mayor is getting involved. News 8 Stephanie Simoni live back at the scene of that fire tonight with details you will only see here on News 8. Stephanie?
Darren, Erin, firefighters say standard operating procedures were not followed in this response. They say 5 people were injured that night, but it could have been much worse. And tonight, the mayor is taking action. As flames tore through the building, firefighters say tension sparked among the ranks.
See, this is where firefighters were put in harm's way.
Lieutenant James Cottage is the president of the New Haven Firefighters Union.
There could have been a huge tragedy, and people could have lost fathers, sons, wives. It could have been horrible.
That's why he says the command staff crafted a letter to Chief Alan Wright explaining this. Cottage says once everyone got out of Delaney's on August 25th and the building started to cave in, firefighters should have been pulled out. He says they weren't.
Firefighters knew they were in a collapse zone, but when a chief officer is telling you what to do at a fire scene, you don't disobey an order.
He says 2 lower-ranking firefighters took their concerns to Assistant Chief Pat Egan on scene.
The safety officer and battalion chiefs had to address one of the chiefs to explain to him that these firefighters need to get out of this zone. Well, it was a lively conversation.
After the exchange, he says crews got out.
20 minutes later, that's what the building looked like.
He says this happened because of inexperience among the chiefs and not having an operational chief that night.
Whoever takes command of the fire needs education, experience, and time on the job through promotional exams. And an administrative chief doesn't always have that. Sometimes they're political picks.
In all, 5 firefighters were injured. 1 still cannot work.
5 injuries is too much, but we could have had 5 to 12 deaths, and that is totally unacceptable.
Now, we tried talking to Chief Wright today. He referred us to Mayor Toni Harp. Mayor Toni Harp did not make herself available for an on-camera interview, but she did send a statement saying that this fire will undergo internal review just like all the other fires that they have in the city. She said, quote, "We always hope that as a result of this process, any inadequacies will be identified and addressed. And again, that will be the case in the review of events regarding the Delaney's fire." Around 7 tonight, the mayor and Chief Wright also took action. They announced that they were appointing a new acting operational chief. That will be Battalion Chief Thomas Neville. They say he has 20 years of experience and climbed the ranks of the department. Now, Lieutenant Cottage says he has been very happy with the response by the mayor thus far. We are live in New Haven tonight. Stephanie Simoni, News 8.